What's up, Toy Fam, and welcome to your Toytally Cool channel. Today is Throwback Thursday, and we are probably winding down G.I. Joes for a while. Probably because I'm not sure what next week's going to be. But for now, since we've had a couple of Cobras featured, today we're going to be focusing on a very deep dive character in the G.I. Joe universe. And when I say that, he's one of the G.I. Joes who wouldn't even be mistaken for a G.I. Joe. But he's a very colorful character. He's one of the few that was, I think this was some Walmart or Walgreens exclusive. It was a very difficult thing to get our hands on this, but fortunately we were able to get somebody to hook us up, and this is our second piece. So we're going to show this to you. Stay tuned for the rest of the video as we open this nice figure, and according to the back it says it includes the figure and 15 accessories. Aside from the last week's episode where it was a playset, we've never really had one figure that had 15 accessories. So this is probably the most accessory figure that we will open. So stay tuned and watch this video until the end. Let's open him up. Now, we're not going to open the box fully yet because this has a very special feature. So you can see in front, it's got his face. It's got a few Easter eggs. I think there's the trio there. There's Baroness and the twins, Tomax and Zaymot. All right, and they are part of the continuity of this particular character. But what is fun about this is it has, I think, a window flap. Okay, but it's got some wiring. It's got some, I don't know, is it a bomb? Is it a transmitter? Because on the left side, it also has that radio waves, and it has dials all over it. While you're looking at that, it says figure number 75. And while you're looking at that, let me try to cut this tape right over on this side and see what it will show. Should have done that earlier, but doesn't matter. Oh, okay. Pretty nifty packaging. It's got, let me get something. Okay. If you look at this one, okay, the character and illustration is on the right. There's a few that's got the character illustration in the front, like this one. Okay, just for comparison, this one, it's like a book. You open it up, and it's even got some nice illustration on this side. So this is not a playset. Okay, this is not a playset. But this is a very nice box set, alright? So what's the difference? Well, a play set and a box set are probably the same thing, except for this one when the box is actually part of the display. And as you can see, he's wearing a very inconspicuous floral shirt. So enough with this. Can we open him up through this one? No. It's got some, oh, look at that. There's a helicopter at the back. I don't know. The thing about the G.I. Joes is that they like to display in the artwork future figures or playsets that's gonna come out. Like this one. So we don't. This is definitely. These guys are definitely a box set. We have that in our collection right over there. But and the others, I don't know if the helicopter is gonna come out anytime soon. But that's not what you watch this video for. And let's set these guys aside. Let's pull him out. Okay. Close this. And he's got a, okay. If you would recall in the past, there are some figures with a nice foot locker. Okay, let's just, there we go. Ah, this one's not just a foot locker. It's like a suitcase. It's like a suitcase. Okay, it even has that suitcasey handle illustration up top. It even has the locks. Okay. And up front it says Extensive Enterprises. Now, I'm not really supposed to do this, but let me stand up and let me show you. Looks the same, right? On the back, you have the Cobra logo. Same as this one, has the Cobra logo. So this is a bigger version of this one. And this one came with Chuckles. By the way, I wasn't able to introduce him. This guy's name is Philip Chuckles Prevost. All right. So this is the Crimson Strike team. We'll open that up in a later episode. But let's do the miniature version for now. This probably has his accessories. 15 of them, if I'm not mistaken, if the box is not lying. Okay. Okay. First surprise of the day. Usually, these paper bags are emblazoned with Cobra or G.I. Joe logos. This is the first time we've seen something that would probably be mistaken for toilet paper. Fancy toilet paper, too. So, let's open this guy up. I hate to open it because it's so colorful, it's so nice. But maybe we can cut it with scissors so they would have a nice cut. Let's start doing that for now. From now on, let's start doing that. Let's start opening them using scissors. It would still look clean. All right. Okay. So on to the accessories. What is this? Is that an accessory? Probably something in it. Okay. Let's take all of them out and I will show it to you one by one. So you've got the suitcase. Okay. You've got the suitcase. Does it open? Yeah, it opens. It's a fully functioning bag. All right. It's got his alternate hands with brass knuckles. Brass knuckles. Nice touch. All right. You got handcuffs. Okay. Pair of handcuffs. Intact handcuffs, and this is probably gonna go through his wrist. Make it look like he escaped or something. Oh, there's two of them. Broken handcuffs. Yeah, it's like something you would have if you. It's got a knife. K-bar knife. I think this is a Kimber 1911 pistol. I don't know if I'm right or if I'm wrong. Probably a tape recorder. Looks like a tape recorder. There we go. Looks like could even be sound wave. Look at that. Okay, got a pair of binoculars and a bunch of folders for the suitcase. Can they all fit in the suitcase? Let's see. Can they fit in the suitcase? Question is, will it close? And it does. It does. Let's see what's inside here. Let's see what you have in store. What's inside here? Okay. Ah, it's got something inside. Oh ho 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 ho. Okay. Now I know why they put that in there. You've got the sunglasses and you've got the earphones. Headset. And then so that's how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14 is the lei that you see on the box that he's wearing. Right over there. Okay. And then his alternate face that looks like it's seen better days. Yeah. If I had a face like that, well, I used to. Okay, enough with the accessories. Let's bring out the star of the show, Chuckles. Now, I don't know why they call him another surprise. Interesting. Okay, let's set these guys aside for now. And then look at Chuckles. Okay, he's totally different. The back used to be so plain, so bland. Well, not plain bland, but black and white illustration that was on the box. In the case of the previous Joes that we've reviewed. In this, or it was an ordinary clamshell that held the accessories. In this case, you have a totally thematic box set. You got the blue background, which matches his shirt, and you got the floral accent, and then you've got Chuckles with a pretty face. So let's not prolong the agony and let's cut him free. I think I need to get smaller scissors next time, because this one's way too big. Ta-da! Okay, okay, that's gotta hurt if he was alive. Imagine if these guys were like the toys from Toy Story. Like, you know, they're action figures and they come alive when you're not around. I mean, imagine the pain that they go through coming from a collection like mine where they're all in the box. But anyway, enough with a segue. Really, really sturdy. The G.I. Joes have always been a very reliable collection. There is always some reliable heft to the figure. You've got the muscle accent going on. You've got the striations on the arms, and you've got the the muscle, and then you've got the creases on the pants. And then this is very unique because of his Miami Vice or Florida-like shirt, or it could be Hawaiian shirt. Anyway, let's see. Okay, why is he gimpy? Okay, there you go. Now he's facing forward. Okay, let's do an articulation review. And is this an accessory? The watch could be removed. Maybe. Let's see if we remove his hands. Let's do an articulation review, just like the G.I. Joes of the others. It's this. Oh, look at that. This is an interesting part. You see the back? You've got more of a shoulder crunch. So it's got a roll. It rolls forward. I think you can hold a rifle with both hands now. Presumably you can. See? One of the sad things about owning action figures in the 80s was that you really can't put the hands together. But this one, because of the shoulder roll and the articulation on the shoulders, the arms, and even the biceps, you can put these hands together. Okay, so the neck's the same, but this one's very distinct. The shoulder, this one is the back. I don't know what you call this. Put it in the comment section below if you have any idea what this particular joint is called. But I love the chest holster. Okay, had the private investigator look of the 80s or the 90s, and then you've got the bicep twist, and then the thing that I love the most, the pinless elbows, and then you've got the ab crunch, sit-ups. The belt is also detachable. If you can pop this out, you can remove the belt. There's a place where you can hold his knife, I think, right here. And these are all detachable. Okay. And then you've got the legs. You've got the knees. Okay. For the first time in a long time, probably the first time ever, on a G.I. Joe figure, we see the pin. Let me check the others, but this is the first time I've seen a pin, a visible pin on the leg. It wasn't on the arms, on the elbows, but it's there on the knees. Now the legs, the feet, ankle roll, standard. When I say standard, I'm not saying it's common. It's common. I'm not saying it's not good. I'm just saying it's pretty good to have that standard for a figure like this. There's something wrong with his hip. I don't know why. It's like there. That's what's wrong. It's like you don't have a hip like that. Nobody has a hip like that. So maybe I could jimmy him in. See, it looks like he's got a gimp. Anyway, now let's play with the accessories and see how it goes. You have the pistol. It goes right in. There we go. I love this accent on the G.I. Joe classifieds. Because during my time, 3.75 figures, these pistols, they were already molded into the plastic. They're not detachable. And the knife, there you go. Ooh, okay. What else? Oh, interestingly, There is a peg on the back of the radio. There is a hole on his belt. So let's see if it sticks. It does. Yes, it does. Okay, nice. There we go. It's there. It's there. It's there. Okay, I think we can remove the watch. Ah, it's even got time on it. I'll put a picture somewhere. But it's where. There we go. Yule. There we go. Put the shades on him. He's a tourist. He's on vacation. Okay. And then since he's got his radio, let's put his earphones on. There we go. What better way to go on vacation than to wear your shades, soak up the sun, and enjoy the music. There we go. It's even got that classic orange Walkman look. You know, the earphones from the 80s, it's got the orange foam, so it doesn't hurt your ear. There we go. That's nice. That's a nice touch. Now, I'm not going to go through removing his head and showing you the look because it's the same look. But all of these accessories are pretty small. They're not a play set. Like I said, it's a box set because of all the other stuff. Basically, this guy's supposed to be a spy. Supposed to be an intelligence officer. He's supposed to gather information by looking inconspicuous. Well, in this case, looking conspicuously inconspicuous. And then he's got these case files, like a private investigator. So let's do a toy review. We've done the articulation review, and this is fine. But let's do a toy review instead. All right. Now, first impression, the box is just phenomenal. You've got all of these character-specific accents, particularly this one. This one relates to the people that he's probably stalking or staking out. And the look, the overall look of Chuckles, not so different from the cartoons or from the comic book. It's just, you know, the first impression is better. Well, no. Seeing the figure is actually better than the first impression if you base it on the box. Playability, a lot of fun. A lot of so many things that you can do with this guy. I think the handcuffs and the beaten up face represents the possibility he could be captured by Cobra and, you know, beat up for information. I wouldn't say that the T word, but that's probably what they're referring to. Now, it's also cool that all of these small accessories can fit inside the miniature suitcase. Okay? Let's see. So playability, there's a lot of amazing things that you can do with this. Even the accent, especially. You've got the brown beat up suitcase. You know, you've got the scarring on the right, on the what do you call this? The surface. You see that on both sides, like it's seen better days and it's gone through a lot as a PI. Then you've got the brass knuckles because you can always rely on your handgun. But overall, this is a figure that is light, is not as military looking as any of the other G.I. Joes. More of a private person, more of a civilian looking kind of guy. And that brings me to shelf appeal. I mean, if you don't have this in your collection, you know it's not in your collection. You could mistake the other figures for the others, you know, but this one is unmistakably Chuckles. So if you're a G.I. Joe nut, you gotta have this. And it's also fun to put this on your shelf because it adds a variety. It adds some color. The black, the green, the gold, and all of the gray. This one's a little bit more, you know, loud. A little louder than the others, but it's got more personality, I think. Let's do an overall toy review. Now, is he not cool? With a look like that, I don't think so. Is he? Yikes. Is he cool? He thinks so. He'd like to think so. Is he totally cool? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment box. But I think he's totally cool. I love the fact that he is not your average G.I. Joe. You know, all of these colors. I'm not a fan of pink. I mean, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a nice color. It's a nice, I mean, for sneakers and all of that. But I'm not a fan. Probably because it doesn't look good on me. But this is a figure that really breaks away from the G.I. Joe mold. It breaks away from the color scheme that we're used to, and it adds a little bit more flavor. That's why for me he is totally cool. And if you don't have them in your collection, suggest you grab one because they're not as easy to find as say as an alpine I'm sorry, the other figures or the Cobra Bat, or even a Storm Shadow for all the many iterations of Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes. So with that, we thank you for watching till the end of this video, and glad that you made it this far. Thank you for watching, and hope you like this video and others that are like it. You know, we've arranged our our videos in a playlist. Throwback Thursday, you've got Transformers Tuesday, and you've got Superhero Saturday. Smash that subscribe button so that you would be part of our ever-growing toy family. Don't forget, hit that bell button so you'd be notified for any future content that we put out, and follow us on Facebook and TikTok. With that, we thank you for watching. Don't forget, toys are not just cool, they're totally cool. So happy collecting. Bye-bye.